Everyone, this is Elias from Match Media, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 2024 Mazda CX-50 Meridian Edition. Now, we've reviewed a CX-50 before, but let's see if this Meridian Edition has those things that we were wanting in that previous one, or did it fall short? Let's get started. Now, I've already reviewed the Mazda CX-50, so I'll go ahead and put the link up above so that you could see the full review where we kind of, break it down, drive it, and everything. For this, I'm just going to talk about some of the things that the Meridian Edition gives you compared to a non-Meridian. Now, a couple of things. So the one we reviewed was the Premium Plus, which was the top of the line model. This is going to fall not top of the line, but then underneath the top of the line is just the Premium, and then underneath is this, and then underneath that is the 2.5 turbo. So it is a little bit more than the 2.5 turbo as far as what you get, but it's significantly less things than you get in the Premium Plus. I feel like we should have started off with a Premium Plus and then added these goodies that we get with this and make it an exclusive, because some of the things we're gonna get here you can really get in any of the trims or a lot of the trims. So let's kind of get started. First is the color. So the color, you can get it in this, or which is the Zircon Sand Metallic, which I love. The other only color option you have is the Polymetal Gray Metallic. Don't bother with the gray. Gray's nice, it looks good, but man, does this look incredible. So yeah, you're definitely gonna wanna go with this. And one of the things that you can kind of see here is the hood decals. So you do get these on here, or the hood graphics. Apparently, or as Mazda say, that this flat black is gonna be to help stop reflections from the sun when you're climbing hills or mountains. Maybe not mountains, but when you're off-roading and the hood's kind of essentially pointing straight up, and it's going to help with reflections on that. So that's what you get with this. Now, this is exclusive to the Meridian Edition, so you can't have this as an option in other ones. Honestly, yeah, just take it to like a wrap shop, get your whole hood black, or get a different design to it, or just, yeah. It's really not that exciting. It looks great, but I wouldn't sacrifice all the other things that we're not getting with the Meridian that we'd get in the Premium Plus. Granted, Premium Plus is more money, but definitely worth it. So we do get that. And we'll talk about what's up there when we get to the side profile. But the one thing I really disliked that we didn't have in the Meridian, front-facing camera. We do not have a 360-degree system camera on this. We only have a rear monitor camera on this. That is a shame. That is a shame, because when we're off-roading, we want to be able to see what is going on in front of us, at our wheels, behind us, all around us. Yes, Mazda, I don't know, and you can't option it out as a option, but it just surprises me how we don't go again with the Premium Plus and then just kind of make it a bigger model to add some of these off-road things. So I am a little disappointed that we don't get that front-facing camera. Now, underneath here, we do still get the 2.5 liter inline 4 turbocharged engine with the automatic transmission, and then with the all-wheel drive system. So the power numbers are still the same, the torque numbers are still the same, the transmission is still the same. It still sounds like a boxer engine. It still has everything the same as the normal CX-50, which is fine. I love that system. The transmission could do a little bit of help, but as far as kind of falling off, or just a little bit of a slow shift for things like that. But yeah, underneath the hood, it's pretty much the same. So let's take a look at the next thing, which is the wheels and tires. We get down to the wheel and tire package, and we have an 18-inch wheel, and it is wrapped in the 225/60 Falcon Wild Peak AT trail tire. Now, a couple of things with this. With the previous CX-50 we had, the Premium Plus, we were looking at 20-inch wheels. That's a massive size. compared to this 18-inch wheel. And I literally said it in my video, if I'm gonna be doing a little bit more off-roading, definitely smaller wheel to get a taller tire. And that's what we get with this. We do get that nice, aggressive, mean looking tire. We have the great still looking 18-inch wheel, and I think it fits this car better for just kind of that rugged terrain look and performance for the wheel and tire. Then we get to the suspension, and the suspension is still very stiff. So this is still a sports car feeling SUV or CUV. It's a shame because I thought this would soften the ride a little bit, but it wasn't a problem with the 20s. I think it was a problem with the suspension in the sense that it's dialed in a little too tough. If we're dealing with a more rugged version, with it being the Meridian, soften up the suspension. Give me a little bit of height, because unfortunately, as much as I'd like for this to be a more off-road capable, you unfortunately lose ground clearance from it being 8.6 in the Premium Plus to it being 8.5. So not super much, only that 0.1 of an inch, but why are we losing, ground clearance with this? So yeah, I think the suspension definitely needs to be reworked. The grip is there. The only thing is, like I said, is missing is kind of that ride quality to give you a better performing, on off-road pavement, because we still feel it in the on-road. On roads that are smooth, you're gonna feel it, and it's gonna give you that sports car feedback. So it's a shame. I wish maybe Mazda would have teamed up with a suspension company to give it maybe an inch lift. Would have been great for this to just add that ruggedness to it, and the functionality and the capability of being able to, approach things better than to lose 0.1 of an inch. Well, let's go ahead and see what we have on the side. We get to the side and we can see this thing looks really, really nice. I love the profile of the CX-50, and this Meridian adds a little bit more flavor to it with a couple of things. So again, like I mentioned, those 18-inch wheels, as you can see, definitely look better than those bigger 20-inch wheels that we had in the Premium Plus. And this has a couple of things. So let's kind of get started from the top. And this is the Apex pack. So we do get this we get the bars and we get this kind of basket. It's not really a basket, it's more like a platform, because yeah, it doesn't kind of have any lip or any area around it to keep things inside. So you are going to need to tie things down for this, which you normally would anyways, but have that added lip that you get with a lot of baskets. So it's not a true basket. Yeah, unfortunately, this is available in any trim. It's an option. So it's kind of a shame that it's not exclusive to the Meridian, which is fine. But yeah, that's kind of one of those things that it's like, okay, why am I going to get a lesser, what I believe is a lesser trim, when I can just get the higher trim and just add this on? The other thing as well is I probably wouldn't add it on because it is incredibly loud in highway speeds. And when we are blasting the music, you're still gonna hear a good amount of just noise from this. And that's because we don't have anything to kind of divert the air over, and it's just creating such a loud pocket of air down here. So I'm not sure if I'm sold on this platform over a different brand basket that has that little fairing in the front for it. So yeah, I'm I wouldn't go with that package is what I'd say. And then we have these kind of little blades down here that this Meridian comes with. But again, you could basically get it with the other trims. So yeah, you're not really getting anything different with this. And the other thing that's kind of confusing is that with the Meridian, again, we don't get the 360-degree camera system, so we don't have a camera under here, but we also don't get electronic folding mirrors. Yeah, that's kind of confusing because when you're technically, you know, this is made for going off-road, being adventurous, right? Sometimes when things get narrow, it's nice to just be able to push a button and this folds in. You do still have the option of doing it manually, but it takes a good amount of effort. So imagine if you're in the car trying to just get that mirror folded. So it's a shame we don't get that. Yeah, you kind of get that in the Premium Plus. So you see kind of where I'm going with this, but that's kind of what you get with the side profile. Now, the rear, it's the same, no difference there. On the inside, we do have some nice little touches. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. We open the door and we are greeted with this beautiful terracotta leather. And let's just say it follows. Yeah, it follows into the seats themselves. And these things look so nice. They are definitely better than the black leather that I had in the Premium Plus, or at least they look better. Pretty much the same seat, but again, these look just way better. Unfortunately, this isn't exclusive to the Meridian Edition, so you can get this, I think, almost across the board, or you have to go to the higher trims. But I know the Premium Plus also has this as an option. So you're gonna wanna get it in this color. But Mazda, if you want people to buy a special edition, make it special. Make this only available to the Meridian. So that way people buy that trim. But yeah, overall though, it does look great. We have the armrest that has the same color as well as the back seats. We get driving and I am doing 45 miles an hour right now. And I can hear that a lot, like a lot. And yes, I don't have music on, and unfortunately we don't get the really awesome Bose system in this, so it's not the best sounding. It's not bad, it's just I've had the Bose in the Premium Plus and it just sounded incredible, loud, clear, and this is kind of lacking. But yeah, even at like 50 a little bit, yeah, that's a lot of noise. So we're gonna go on some unpaved roads, and let me switch the drive mode over to off-road just to get a little bit more aggressive all-wheel drive power, so to speak, or distribution. And we'll leave it in drive, we'll leave traction control on, and yeah, so a couple of things with this. We're feeling everything. Yeah, the suspension is way too stiff for this. So for slower things like this, it's okay, but even then, I'm still feeling the car essentially gliding over it, like if it were like on a sheet of ice for this. Yeah, like it's wanting to oversteer a lot more here, and I don't know if I feel comfortable with being able to push this. Yeah, yeah, counter steering there. This isn't what you really want in something like the CX-50 Meridian Edition. Like, you know, when we're wanting more off-roading aspects to it. The tires are great. You know, we have the smaller wheels, that's fine, but it's the suspension. The suspension is still pushing those tires. Yeah, I'm braking and it's just kind of getting me sideways. And now, granted, I can have fun with it and get it sideways. Yeah, and traction control has been on this whole time. So it's not a fact that, you know, we have traction control on, off. It is on, and it is getting us still sideways. It's slipping a bit. Let's see, maybe a different drive mode. Maybe if we go back to normal, if we get any better results with this. Nope. I'm telling you guys, it is that suspension. I don't know why Mazda didn't retune that suspension for this trim, for this Meridian model, because that's what this needs. Oh yeah, and you're probably hearing, yeah, a lot of rattle, and that is because that is the rack up above. Yeah, so it does have kind of a rattling, but yeah, even braking, yeah, gotta take it easy. But I feel comfortable with, you know, being able to take these smaller tires, these smaller wheels and bigger tires on this kind of terrain, because it, you know, it's gonna take that abuse with like these sharper rocks and things like that, and not damage the wheel itself as much as it would with the 20-inch configuration, which were massive for a CUV like this. But yeah, I don't know if the Meridian is there, and the suspension is what, you know, is kind of, yeah, a little bit of smooth road. And then back to this, I don't think the performance is there for something like this. Granted, it's probably not its ideal thing, but sometimes when you're on a road like this for everyday driving, yeah, you want to have that stability. And the fact that we are needing to really drop in speed in order for it to be a lot more stable is kind of concerning. Yeah, I'm surprised that the traction control doesn't kick in more. I'm surprised that the you know, all-wheel drive isn't kicking in any better. So it's kind of a letdown, to be honest with you. Now, what would I do? I'd probably get the Premium Plus. That would be the better option, where you get the 360-degree camera system, change your wheels to something smaller with better tires for off-roading, put your own graphic on the hood itself to help with reflections. Don't get the you know, get the roof rails, that's fine, but don't get that kind of flat platform. Get a basket with something that has a fairing that is going to be easier to deflect the wind and not just create a big pocket of noise. Yeah. Oh, and with the Premium Plus, you get the folding mirrors as well, in case you get into tight spots, because this is a little bit of a wide boy. So you have that. Oh, you get the premium Bose, you know, sound system, which sounds, I'm not a big Bose fan, but I gotta give it to you guys. With that system in this car was incredible. I'd still keep this color though. This color is so beautiful. I love this color interior and the exterior color as well. But I think that is where Mazda had a big miss. Yeah, I wish they would have done what I just described, because we would have had a significantly better Meridian Edition. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed my review of the 2024 Mazda CX-50 Meridian Edition. And remember, find the right gear. See ya.